I contemplated long and hard before doing this video because I do not want it to seem as if I'm dragging this woman. However, I feel that there are self-love lessons that need to be highlighted in her comments, which I feel can help a lot of people. I am your self-love specialist, Tanya TKO from TanyaTKO.com, and I help women relearn to love themselves after relationship trauma has depleted their self-esteem. On Instagram, I posted this photo of me with a long paragraph talking about how over the past month I really fell off of my routine, and I kind of took things for granted. And you can go and read that. It's on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. And how life doesn't owe me fitness. For those of you who have been along for the journey, you know that I started out in a state of lack of health, and I went on a healing journey. These are some pictures from the healing journey on Instagram. You can also check YouTube because I did videos as well. Which I was searching for health gain, not weight loss. And for those of you who know me, you actually hear me speaking against weight loss and really putting the emphasis on health gain, because there's a lot of things that we can do that can make us lose weight. Hell, we can lose 50 pounds by chopping off a leg. We can do a lot of unhealthy things. We can eat a lot of unhealthy things. I remember there was, I forget the name of the diet long ago, but there were people who were eating pure bacon grease, bacon fat, and they were afraid of a fruit or vegetable. Now, there were people who lost weight, but did they gain health? This is my entire caption here. You can pause to read, because there's even a part in there where I say, I can't worry about how other people look or get theirs, how fair or unfair. And then we'll go to the comment. And she says, you still look good. Just tighten and tone in some areas. My you belly looks way better than mine. Now, when I first started reading the comment, I was like, why is she telling me about tightening and toning? And then this is where it's revealed. And I'm not sure if she's, but you see, there's like this volleying between the thoughts that we have about ourselves and the things that we're saying to other people. And then we'll get to more of that in a moment. But she says, belly looks way better than mine. I have a lot of extra skin that hangs down from my pregnancies. I need a tummy tuck, right? And listen, my heart goes out to you, dear. Your body went through the miracle of childbirth. Love yourself for the miracle that this amazing body created. Throughout the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, Black women were shielded, actually underrepresented in the eating disorder category, because the women on the magazines did not look like us. The women in the ads did not look like us. And then in come the 2000s, and now suddenly these advertisers realized that they were missing out on a tremendous portion of the market, which was not being reached through their magazines, etc. And they, they tried bringing in some Black models, etc., and tried to reach into this demographic to increase our insecurities. But oh no, it was the advent of Instagram. Now we have women all over the world with all different types of life circumstances posing for the gram in wonderful poses and wonderful new ways with all different types of filters. And now all of a sudden, plastic surgeries. So these doctors are loving it, because all day, every day, we get fed images of people whose bodies look different ways, and people who exalt certain people into the forefront. We have these TV shows and reality shows where they have women who have the same skin tone as us, some of them from the same neighborhoods as us, who are now propelled into the limelight, who are showing their bodies and becoming the standard for our idea of beauty, right? And now all of a sudden, we want to look like them. So when this young lady says to me, you still look good, there was, honey, that's not even a question. And it's not even about what we look like. I'm working out for health. When I talk about, losing what it is that I had gained, I've lost strength. I've lost flexibility. When I first started on my journey, during the pandemic, I had lost a tremendous amount of my mobility. And I'm not going back to that because I know what it's like to wake up in the morning and have to push myself on my legs to get up off the bed. I know what it's like to, in the middle of the night, go to sit down on the toilet and have a difficult time getting back up and having to push and contort and roll myself. I'm not going back to that. What it looks like. I didn't set out to lose weight. I set out to gain health, and the reduction in size, the reduction in fat was a result of that. For those of you who don't know, just scroll back through my videos. I talk about this nonetheless, right? Where are we getting the idea of tightening and toning? Compared to what? Compared to whom? You know who the fastest number of BBLs, hold on. So first, the age. You can Google it. Just Google demographic BBL. Women between 20 and 40. Now let's get to the race. Okay, now before I show this, which race do you think are the ones who get the most BBLs? Look. African Americans and Hispanics. Now, how did we go from being the women who are known for having the most plump derrieres and the greatest waist to hip ratio, right? It's called sexual dimorphism, the difference between the way the men's bodies and the women's bodies look, etc. So we have this great waist to hip ratio going on in our community, but how did we get caught up in being the largest number of women who get BBLs? I'll tell you. There's this mental plague called comparisitis. And that's when we compare ourselves to others. When we look and we see how they look and what they have and how they present. Where did we get the idea that XYZ is the way things are supposed to be? Your body looks how your body is supposed to look for your genes, your DNA, your level of activity, your history, your health, your skin elasticity, the amount of collagen you have, etc. And I want us to be very careful with how it is that we talk to ourselves. You know how they say you can tell how your partner wants to be treated by the way that they treat you when they're asking how's your day or giving you a back rub or buying you gifts? That's what they really want for themselves. We can tell a lot about what goes on inside of a person's mind by the way they comment online. A lot of these people who are lashing out with their vitriol, can you imagine what it is that they say to themselves in their own head? So let's look at this woman's comment. If we had no access to seeing other people, like I asked the girl on my show, I was like, if you were on a deserted island, would you still want a BBL? If you had never seen somebody else's body, would you want a BBL? Because there are people out there who are like, oh, I love myself. I just want to risk my life going under the knife, to get this accoutrement that I really don't even need, right? That's actually one of the the BBL surgery. Ask plastic surgeons, Google it yourself. It is one of the most dangerous surgeries to do and recover from and to live a normal life after. But where are we getting this idea that we should look another way? We get that from comparisitis. Oh, her belly is taut and tight. This is who they're exalting up to the main screen. Oh, I saw this in a movie. Oh, Cardi B looks like this, or Jocelyn looks like that, or Kenya or Kendra or whomever looks like XYZ. But the key is right here, how she talks about herself. I need a tummy tuck. No, dear, you don't need a tummy tuck. I'm running out of time. So lastly, I want to say, just be careful how you speak to yourself. In the same breath that you can say all of these things about what you think can change or shift or improve about yourself, you can use that same breath to speak affirmations over yourself, because the true healing comes from first healing yourself on the inside and loving yourself as you are right now. Can you make some quote unquote improvements? Sure. But don't do those under the guise of being better than you already are. Do it from a place of radical self-love and acceptance. Our brains have the tactical advantage because they're inside of our heads. They know exactly what to say to us to make us feel terrible or amazing. So use this time to make yourself feel amazing. because our thoughts become things.